Hi friends and happy Saturday. I am here in the San Diego airport, so I am hoping that you all can hear me just fine and hoping that we don't get interrupted by anything too loud. So this is Courtney Harris with Courtney Harris Coaching, and I am a child-centered and teen life coach. And today I am asking, do you know how many children and teens are affected each year or diagnosed with social anxiety? And it's interesting that I'm sitting here talking with you while I'm in the airport in a place where I tend to get some anxiety. There's a lot of noise, a lot of stimulation, just so much going on, and it does tend to be a place where I feel anxiety myself. So it's interesting. I just wanted to make the time during my travel day, and I wanted to share in my 5th day of going live some facts that really affect the work that I'm doing, that impact why I feel so passionate about doing this work. And so as I'm here feeling this urgency to get on and talk with you all, I am in a place where I am myself experiencing, as I said, some of this kind of anxiety. And I don't take social anxiety lightly, because this is something that as a teacher I have seen so many students break down about. I have been the teacher who has several students that come every day to eat lunch in my room. I have been the teacher that helps students create a crisis plan for how they can exit the cafeteria or exit a big school auditorium when their anxiety starts to become unbearable or unsafe for them. And so this is not something, again, that I take lightly, and so I'm laughing and smiling thinking of myself being here in the airport on this little chat with you all. But social anxiety is a serious issue. That the stat I wanted to share with you today is that 7% of our children or teens are diagnosed every single year, every single school year, with social anxiety. And it really starts to kick off in the adolescent years. So of course we do have many children that begin to face these anxieties earlier on, but adolescence is when the curve really picks up and the diagnoses get much more prevalent. And so as I share the statistic today, I also want to share some tips, and these are tips that are excellent for us as parents and as supporters for how we can be there and support our young people as they're facing anxieties. And this is especially a great time of year when you're thinking about going back to school, your child is thinking about going back to school. They might be feeling uneasy, and the anxiety about the anxiety might already be kicking in. So 2 little tips that I wanted to share with you today are, 1, to sit down with your teen and actually generate a list of the people that they feel most comfortable with. This can be people they feel most comfortable with at school. So it can be friends, it can be teachers, mentors, coaches, and literally having the list on hand. The reason I recommend this is because on a bad day, sometimes we don't know where to go for safety or who to talk to. But if we've literally taken the time and done the process to list and name these people, and we have this list somewhere where we can access it, we're more likely to ask for help. So sit down with your child, have them create a list of perhaps 5 people that they can go to, 5 people that they feel safe with, and 5 people that they maybe don't even have to explain what they're going through. That person already knows. Or maybe that's something that they start with up front, is describing the fact that they do need a safe or a quiet place, just the way the many students that have eaten lunch in my classroom have done with me. So creating the list of 5 people that they feel safe and comfortable with, the go-to people that they are not going to feel anxious in interacting with and in seeking just time with, right? They don't even have to explicitly ask for help, but just going to share time with and to be with. The second tip that I wanted to share is kind of similar, but it's to create a list of topics that your child or teen would actually like to talk about. So I have met so many teens that are experts at golf, or they're experts at Legos, or they're experts at crocheting. And these are things that I am not an expert at. But if these young people, if our young people, our children and teens, can share, if they can name what their gifts are as they are going back to school, if they know their areas of expertise and they can actually write a list down of topics that they can talk about and feel very confident in talking about, then they have a whole set of tools for when they're engaging with new people and engaging back to school with new classmates and new teachers, and especially when they're feeling more vulnerable and at less ease as the chaos picks up with back to school. If they have a list of topics that they can go to, they're going to have a boost of confidence. So these are 2 tips I wanted to share with you all today. I would love to hear below if you have other strategies for how you personally deal with social anxiety, or how you've seen your child deal with social anxiety, because the statistics show that it's so prevalent and it's something that we cannot ignore. We need to acknowledge it, and our society is set up to be so stimulating. School is so stimulating with bells and lectures and huge class sizes. So it's now the time to slow down and really take account of what we can do, to support our young people and teens in feeling more ease and more confidence. So share your tips below. Also, feel free to share below what stands out to you. Does that statistic sound low to you or high to you? What else do you know about this topic? So today's conversation is all about social anxiety, tips that you have, tips that your child uses, and what you think about that 7% statistic. So looking forward to talking with you all more later this week. This was day 5 of my Facebook Live challenge, and I will talk with you all tomorrow. Okay, take care.